Hey kids, Tito James here. Welcome back to the channel where we take awesome out of the box, and I have it. I have it in my hands. This is the latest phone, not folks, phone from the folks over at POCO. This is the X3 NFC, and yung tagline nila para sa phone nito is exactly what you need. And guys, if this delivers the goods, I can probably consider this like a mid-range killer because for everything that you're getting, this is priced at 10,990 pesos for the base model, and for the top of the line version, it's 12,990. But who do I think the POCO X3 NFC is for? Now, usually when we talk about brands like POCO and Xiaomi, they give us bang for your buck devices, and gamers usually reap the benefits for this kasi yung mga telepono na to, they get a lot of value for money because of its processing package. But in the case of this one, guys, because of its price and its key specs, I think that is something that can benefit everyone. So it's a phone for everybody, which is why I think they had the slogan, exactly what you need. But before everything, let's actually unbox it. But as usual, in-unbox ko na siya dahil I had to take photos for the website. So I'm just gonna show you what comes inside the packaging itself. So you have the POCO X3 NFC right here. There, para makita nyo yung design ng konti, but I'll have B-roll over this, of course. And this is the one in cobalt blue. It also comes in a black color variant. I just forget what it's called right now. But this is it, guys. It looks really, really premium, even though plastic yung back ng phone na to. It doesn't feel like it because there's a bit of weight to it. The only key tell is actually when you press the back of the phone, medyo may give siya, and that's basically it. But it looks really good. It looks very premium. Again, this is a phone that's 10,990 to start with. But anyway, moving on, you have of course yung typical na cardboard box na nasa loob ng phone, which houses yung SIM ejector pin and of course yung documentation. Again, please keep this in case something happens to your phone. And then you also have the jelly case. Now the jelly case kind of reminds me of the one on the F2 Pro, pero mas well, it's a jelly case. Yung sa X2 Pro, sa F2 Pro kasi it's more solid. So this one definitely is, yeah, it's a jelly case. And then after that, you have the USB Type-C port, USB Type-C cable, and then the 33-watt charging brick. So again, it will support fast charging, so 33 watts. So there you go, guys. Yun yung laman ng box. So now let's take a look at the phone and why I think it's a good all-arounder. And actually for that, all you have to do is look at its key specs. Simulan natin siya sa screen. You have a 6.67-inch Full HD dot-drop display, so definitely magandang size yan whether you're a tito like me or younger, since you can appreciate content whether you're watching videos, for social media, and syempre for gaming din. Now the size of the screen is great, but it also has a high refresh rate. Usually when we talk about phones that around this point, 12,000, 13,000, naka-lock into 60 Hz or at the very best, naka 90 Hz display siya. But the X3 NFC goes all the way up to 120 Hz. So it has what you call, or what everybody says, is buttery smooth navigation through the display. And actually, guys, this is a feature that's usually reserved for flagship level phones or towards that spectrum when it comes to smartphones. But this is a good feature to have, especially if you're spending a lot less for your smartphone. Now, yes, LCD panel lang siya, so you won't get the same picture quality as an AMOLED display, pero that doesn't mean that it doesn't get the job done, because like I said earlier, you can still enjoy content on this phone, which by the way is also Widevine L1 certified, so you can enjoy watching movies on Netflix na naka HD quality. Now for gamers out there, you're also getting a touch sampling rate of 240 Hz on the screen of the X3 NFC. So that means na theoretically medyo may advantage kayo sa mga games that require snap reflexes like Battle Royales. Pero of course, kung medyo noob kayo or you're bad at gaming like I am, at least you can't blame the phone. Now, one more thing that's kind of connected to the screen is yung audio that the X3 NFC has, and actually has stereo speakers. Now, I'm going to give you guys a listen of what they sound like in this clip. Alright guys, so napag-usapan na natin yung screen ng device na to, pero now let's talk about the internals because again, it has something for everyone. So most likely you've seen the spec sheet for this phone already, or at least yung mga featured specs niya. Pero for the first timers out there, here is the processor. It comes with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G and it's paired with 6GB of RAM and up to 128GB of storage. Now we all know that the Snapdragon 730 is the go-to processor for most mid-range devices. In fact, we've seen it on the OnePlus Nord and other phones na medyo mas high-end in terms of price. But the 732G is actually the latest chipset from Qualcomm, and the X3 NFC is the first phone to have it on board. So for gamers out there, alam naman natin na maganda yung performance ng 730 and of course, ma-upgrade to ng konti sa 732G. Now, I haven't used it enough to see if malaki nga ba yung difference ito or kung notice ba natin sa real-world scenarios, but okay rin na makuha natin yung latest chipset from Qualcomm. For the battery, the X3 NFC has a 5,160 mAh battery. Usually that lasts me about at least 2 days or a day and a half if I'm really using my phone extensively. Of course, we still have to test it out. I just got this phone, so hindi ko pa alam yung actual battery drain para sa phone na to. And I also have to test out kung gaano kalakas kumain ng baterya yung 120Hz refresh rate. Pero since over 5,000 mAh yung battery niya, I think this strikes a good balance between the refresh rate and the battery capacity. But again, we will have to see in our full review. So lastly, if you're not into gaming and you're looking for a phone at around 13,000 that can take great photos, the X3 has you covered as well because it does have a great set of cameras. So yung setup niya consists of a 64-megapixel main camera with the Sony IMX682 sensor, a 13-megapixel ultra-wide-angle camera, a 2-megapixel macro, and a 2-megapixel depth sensor. And for taking selfies, you have a 20-megapixel front camera housed in the punch hole of the screen. Now, unfortunately guys, as I said earlier, kaka-receive lang namin sa phone na to, so hindi pa namin siya nasusubukan. But based on our past experience with Xiaomi and POCO smartphones, I think this will churn out really good photos provided that they didn't mess around too much on the software side. So we will have to see what the photos are like in the full review. Also, you can check out our Instagram because I might be posting photos there, or you can also check out the website for our first shots. By the way, if you're also looking for something that you can vlog on, the rear camera support video up to 4K 30fps and the front is at 1080p. They also have this vlog mode feature dun sa software ng camera which will allow you to get a little bit creative, or at least para may templates kayo. So that's something definitely that you want to explore. Actually guys, that's pretty much it for your quick look at the POCO X3 NFC. I know this was very different from our usual first impressions. Let me know if this works for you in the comment section down below. But anyway, again, the price for this is 10,990 pesos for the base model and then 12,990 kung gusto niyo yung top tier variant na mas madaming storage. Now, if there's a flagship killer, this phone I think would be considered the mid-range killer if it delivers the goods. Again, first impressions pa lang to guys, so not a review yet. But possibly, if everything works out for this phone during our testing, this is like a top contender. Could possibly be the best value smartphone that you can buy this year. So again, check back in a few days for its full review. Hopefully, it does deliver the goods because everything we have seen so far, sobrang packed with value tong smartphone na to. Ang daming magagandang features. But anyway, that's it for me. Thank you so much for dropping by and spending a few minutes with me. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, sub to the channel, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our content. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Or again, if you just want to leave me some feedback, leave them down below, and I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. For all the latest tech news and gadget reviews, head to unbox.ph, plus follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. My name is Jamie. Peace, God bless. See you guys next time, and of course, stay safe.